I'm walking alone under the neon lights, in a city where I feel like a ghost at night. No one understands my wild, untamed soul. In this world I'm just a stranger, a hole. But I won't conform, I'll let my spirit fly. In this rebel heart, I'm just who I am, you'll see. I'll stand tall, I'll break free. With a smile I'll defy. I've got my books and my dreams, my guitar and my fears. In this chaos I find my peace, my tears. I'll sing songs of my own, of the stars and the moon. In this life I'll dance until the sun. I wear my heart on my sleeve, it's bleeding and raw. In this crowd I'm just a whisper, a shadow, a draw. But when the night falls, I light up the sky. With my laughter I'll conquer the sky. I won't conform, I'll let my spirit fly. In this rebel heart, I'm just who I am, you see. I'll stand tall, I'll break free. With a smile, I'll defy. Books and my dreams, my guitar and my fears. In this rebel heart, I'm yes who I am. You see, I'll stand tall, I'll break free. With a smile, I'll defy.
Good evening, everyone. Happy Monday. How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? And Draken, thank you for the hydrate. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. How we doing? How we doing? How are we doing? Today has last week. Thank you for the follow, Rebecca, over on Facebook. WSP. I have tea and loads of rain. Fair, Draken. Fair enough. How is it going? Hi, Jan. Oldies have been playing today, too. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Very nice, very nice. Meanwhile, have been dealing with chaos and insanity and people having some audacity today. Oh boy. Like, the level of audacity today is on frickin' point. Like, whew. And it's been insane. It has been insane. But yeah, like quite literally, it's one of the things that I had to deal with for the last 24 hours is not having one, not two, but 23 unicorn hunters defending unicorn hunting and people going, it seems like you're fixated on it. I wonder fucking why. I wonder why. My parking lot is flooded enough to wash Audacity away. Womp womp. Oh, yeah. Like, I had one person in my comments over on the Book of Faces literally going, you seem fixated on this. I'm like, please look at my comments and understand. Why would I be, possibly fixated? Hello, hello things. How are you? Over on YouTube. They're not tasty or good with ketchup. Just saying.
Central nervous system?
No, unicorn hunters. Draken said throw them to the resident dragon.
So yeah, the central nervous system is not good eats.
You are correct, Alton Brown.
Food daddy.
The central nervous system is not good eats. But yeah, like it's been insane. And I'm just like, y'all are out here defending your toxicity, and my immediate thought is, how are you actively in the polyam community being this toxic? Sup, paramedic? Paramedic says hi, Faye.
Stop.
Dragon, I'm still healing. Grok.
Healing isn't linear either.
As Faye just said, healing isn't linear either. Dragon, oh, there's a hoodie over the tank top.
There's so many things over the tank top today.
Baby Faye has a labral tear, and because bodies are dumb.
I have a labral tear in my shoulder.
Yay, EDS plus fibro strikes again.
My surgeon looked like he wanted to puke when I moved my arm.
Your surgeon looked like he wanted to puke when you touched your thumb to your wrist.
That was before I showed him my party trick.
I completely understand that, Jan. Is sometimes me's fun?
Sometimes fun.
Ah,
Not in this instance.
yeah, as Baby Faye just said, not in this instance. Not today, Ricky Bobby. Not today.
No, I'm not watching Ricky Bobby right now. I'm watching the other baby.
You and your damn horses. horses rule. Yeah, Babyface is currently addicted to a horse girl stream.
I mean, yeah, there is a stream, but she's a content creator. As we've established, yeah, she does horses, but she also brings in one point something $1 million a month in Facebook subscriptions
In just Facebook subscriptions. That's not counting YouTube.
or TikTok. She also does subscribers on TikTok and merch.
Yup. Which is why.
Which is why when she spent $1 million on a stallion, nobody batted an eye. 1 month of Facebook. 1 month.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
I too have lived horses. I was in the process of getting a job at a barn before I tore my shoulder in half.
Yeah. Ba- Babyface body does not always cooperate with Babyface.
I mean, you saw my dish was not a dish.
Yeah, you are correct.
The doctor said your bones and muscles don't know how to be bones and muscles. Yes. Thanks for noticing.
Oh, that's sweet, Jan. Jesus, Draken. But that's the like
I didn't do anything.
that's the impressive part is that Babyface tore her shoulder doing nothing. Nothing. That's the impressive part. There's antimony, arsenic, aluminum, selenium. I mean, that's fair. Like and this week is going to be a pain in the butt. Just because. Uh I mean anything helps. Right now quite literally I'm waiting to hear back on if I'm getting hired or not on Wednesday. But I've also got to pay the car insurance before the car insurance cancels, and I've got to get a car inspection. It's great. It's great. It's great. It's great. It's great. It's great. Fun times. Fun freaking times is what it is. But yeah, I appreciate you, Dragon. Yeah, the I'm supposed to hear back probably either Wednesday or Thursday if I have the job or not. And then it'll take about 3 weeks for background check and all of that. But I've worked for them as when I was with the previous job. So it should be fine. should be and is are two vastly different things, it seems. But we'll find out. We shall find out. No, the because of the group is with, it's a full 10-year background. I'm happy that you're excited for the shirt. Yeah, it because of the group that is with is a full 10-year background. So slightly annoying, but should be fine. Like they actually called my references, which is insane. Do 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 do. Correct. So quite literally, they asked for three professional references, and I gave them six. So, and one of them is with the client that this job is with. So, yeah. I mean, duh. Go big or go home. It's a thing. I mean, it's the Capricorn in me. Eh, uh, go big, then go home. No, it's don't stop, can't stop, for the lack of a better term. Can't stop, addicted to the shindig. Water breaks, pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, I've told the entire mod team to use me as a professional reference when they are applying because technically I can refer to them as community managers. Just saying. It's a hoot. I mean, you and I have very different terminology on that one, Dragon. Hey Lily, how are you? How's it going? You guys know things I don't. I mean, that's the way the world works. So Jan, the thing is that quite literally a lot of the tech industry is literally hemorrhaging. What I would suggest for you, and it may seem asinine, but reach out some of reach out to some of the tech consulting firms. You would be surprised what they have, especially since you have a background in web development. Yay, I'm glad that you enjoyed the new apartment, Lily. That's fair. Yeah, I was sick on Friday. It was bad. It was bad. But it is what it is. Oh, I'm glad. Are you at least settled now? Awesome. I'm glad to hear it. I am glad to hear it. That is awesome to hear. Hello, Stephen Hawkins on YouTube. Oh, oh. Paramedics on a 3 watch streak. I appreciate it, Stephen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are amazing. It's even a decent apartment with brand new appliances. Nice. That's awesome. That is awesome. Cthulhu. Mwah. I would have hit 20 if I hadn't missed Wednesday. These things happen, though. Life comes first. I mean, even as a manager, you're still going to get in a forklift. Like, that's just the way the world works. People don't do their job sometimes. Take that money. Exactly, Lily. Exactly. Mm. Do, do, do. My chair is so big that when I'm sitting fully back, my feet don't touch the floor. It is a very large chair. Us teaching the kids how to hand wrap sparked some excitement in them. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. This is awesome.
You made the claim that right-wing political.
We would have been well behind if it weren't for us analogs. Fair. And thank you for the hydrate, Jan. I greatly appreciate it. Remember, everyone, coffee or tea does count as hydration. Now that I've got the brat message out, you found the polycommune? Let me see this.
225 acres in Tennessee with bunkhouses and barns and business buildings and
For how much?
don't you worry about it.
it would probably take every single. Is that the?
No, I'm trying to
Oh.
keep my phone back from you.
I'm pretty sure it would take every single follower like a $10 sub to probably buy that. And even then, that's only 600 grand. Or I will write things down instead of. So, found a 225-acre farmhouse, uh, basically building where it has offices, housing, stables, so on and so forth in Tennessee. And I'm like, okay, how much? And Babyface's immediate response was, don't worry about that. Do not worry about that. Womp womp. Okay. Welp. Yup. It, it was something funny. I was sitting there and I was sitting there talking to one of my one of my old bow buddies, and they're like, "Do you realize that if every single follower you have gave you $5 a month for a year, you'd be set?" I'm like, "Please don't remind me. I don't need the reminder." Okay, thanks. Okay, thanks. He's like, "But I'm trying to help." I'm like, with how hard the economic times are, just being a follower is important. Sharing memes is important. Like growing the community, it's a thing. Do the thing. He's like, "Well, I would help, but I'm in Japan." I'm like, "Yeah, you can't be out here sharing poly content on Facebook in Japan." Yeah, just bad idea. And oh, please enlighten me, Draken. Shake, 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 Sonora. Shake your body right. Work, 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 Sonora. Work it all done. And and the thing is that like a lot of people, a lot of people are like, "Oh, when's your next stream?" I'm like, "Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, whichever day's next." See, if I could actually draw, like fully draw, that would be amazing. I can't do that to save my life, though. Can't do that to save my life. Do 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 do. bum 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 bum. And and the thing is that like unfortunately the only art I have actually have skill with is violence. Fair enough, Draken. See, I would love to have a like so they have this thing for Discord where when you're on a Discord call you can have reaction. Like you can have your people who are on Discord calls join your Discord, and when they are in the Discord call, their little emoji pops up on the corner. Cool, cool. And so I would love to have one where it's actually of the Heathen logo, where it has the happy, angry, talking, not talking, but yeah, that is outside the artist's ability because they tried to do it for me and it just came out looking like awful. I was like, oh well. Oh yeah, absolutely. Perk of having a visual mind. Fair, fair. I can word it, but damn it, Jan. No vaping starts now. 37:45. 37:45. Damn it. We were we were doing so good. So good. I mean, that's fair though. That makes sense, Draken. Like I've got a couple of t-shirt designs that I'm looking at trying to figure out how I want to do it. I just don't know how to do it yet. And the thing is that like March is around the corner, so like all my Pride stuff needs to be up by April so I can have that up and running. Do 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 do. Beware the idea. Yup. Beware the groove. Beware the groove. I like the idea better. The only person who needs to be aware of the Ides is Caesar. And oh well. Womp womp. Womp womp. And a hydrate from Lily. Thank you for the hydrate, Lily. Ala ala. You're welcome. Yeah. Aokoji, the French voice actor, yeah. But he's been in something else for the English side. Watch, he'll be Hiroshima and I'll cry more. He was. He was Rita's voice actor in France. Hmm. Hmm. Well, damn.
A new heathen has joined the community.
Thanks for the follow, Brad. I greatly appreciate it. Welcome in. Jan, no, you're not trying to be good. You're literally did the no vaping. Unlike your husband who have hit me with no vaping, no cursing, and Thank you for the follow, Vlad. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Welcome to the Unhinged Chaos. And of course, what's up? That was on licensed behalf. Uh-huh. You're just taking the sheer joy from it. 2, 1. And that's the reason why there's a cooldown on that damn thing. Ah, that was delicious. So what's up, Vlad? What is your question? How can we assist? Be prepared. Did my stream die? Apparently it did briefly. What is your question, Vlad? Yeah, that tracks. That tracks. Honestly. Because my bit rate went down by 1,000 kilobits. Gonna have to take a look at that. When it drops down 1,000 kilobits, it's kind of crazy. I like that. That looks amazing. Do 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 do. Fair enough. Ba, 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 ba. People will always have insults. Getting letting them get under your skin, the best thing to do is walk away. Your father's memory is a thing. Nice. What's up, Dinesh? I'm doing pretty good. And Draken, that's awesome. Buttons or pins? Those are two vastly different things, my friend. Gotcha. That makes more sense. Bum 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 bum. That's fair. The fourth wall, which is where the merch site is through, to do pins, basically will have to make a Kickstarter to do it. You two have a good night, Dinesh. And the thing is that like quite literally the crazy thing is that to do enamel pins that you basically have to order of 1,000. I'm like, no one's gonna want to order 1,000 pins. There's nothing that I can think of.
Unless we go to like Frolic-Con or something.
Pretty much.
But no, I'd have to find a place to store them. And also, no.
The only thing I can think, honestly, would be uh, the Pride Parade in August. I said the only thing I could think of.
Right, but most of that stuff they're not selling; they're giving away to bring customers into other places. And I'm not buying 1,000 pins to give away.
The test blanks for me would be a literal frickin' coin. I mean, that tracks though. That absolutely tracks. Like you buy the coin, that's your test. See, I would love to actually be able to get into enamel pens, but that is so much effort. So much freaking effort. That's fair. That's valid, Draken. And one of the things that like I've got several things of content that I'm going to have to do tonight. I'm putting together a group of videos that covers the major red flags of polyamory. So that's going to be fun. I've got 11 kind of already sorted. That's fair, Vlad. But here's a question for you. If you know you have this problem, all right, which would honor your father more? Giving in to said aggression or showing that you're better. Oh, Wolf, I smell some snark. One of them will be covering people using veto, um, people using autonomy as avoidance. Oh, I figured. I figured, Draken. Same. Big same. And the thing is that, like, when every time I say autonomy, people, for some reason, immediately jump to you're taking away all their choices. Because for some reason, it's all or nothing. It's always all or nothing. And my immediate thought is okay, if someone restricts you from making a choice, even if it's one choice, that's still a restriction. That tracks, Lily. That tracks. And the thing is that, like, quite literally, it's highly common. So, Vlad, what I would suggest, and this is because I know Germany or everything, I would look into a therapist to help you deal with the underlying cause of that. Oh yeah, the thing. So one of the one of the things I've noticed over the course of running the page is, yes, I talk about polyamory. I educate about polyamory. But I also post memes about things I enjoy. It's not just one thing. We are multiple things. We are multiple facet of things. And especially when it comes to content creation in and of itself, you know, y'all are mainly here because you enjoy talking with me. That's the way it is. Pretty self-explanatory. All right. Y'all enjoy watching me play video games, but it's not as interactive, if that makes any sense. Because I get zoned into a video game and don't talk as much. Hi, Christina. Exactly. And so one of the things that I've noticed is the people that defend the red flags that a lot of people in the polyamorous community see and deal with are those that, one, do not interact with their local community or the community as a whole in general. They haven't read any of the books. They haven't done any of the work. And honestly, they're extremely toxic to where they can't understand why a lot of people are against their view, and they don't understand when people are like, well, that's not how this works. It's like they have rose tinted colored glasses on a community that they don't even belong to. They just see what they want to see because of media interpretation, because that happens quite a fucking bit. Whether that's books, whether that's TV, movies, whatever have you. You are absolutely correct, Draken, but quite literally, I have an idea for that, but I'm curious on how it would go. Because that would be um, a very heavy thing to talk about, and I don't want to, one, mistell the story, because quite literally it is your story to tell. And two, I think a lot of people would benefit from hearing what you dealt with. So my immediate thought, and you're going to probably laugh at me, is I thought about getting several of the people that have suffered from unicorn hunting and get them to tell their story, like on a Discord call, like as in doing it like a podcast thing. And be like, cut, edit, this is person A, this is person B, this is person C, and this is person D. Have it be like a hour long conversation, and basically do it that way. I think it would benefit a lot of people to hear that, but on the same side, I'm not sure how I can implement it without. Correct. Correct. Um, I'm not sure how I can go about it without one where people would actually view the thing, and without accidentally outing someone would be the biggest things. Absolutely. And the thing is that there are so many stories about people who have suffered from unicorn hunting that every time someone is like, "Well, you're just being you are unwilling to change because you're hopping on a bandwagon." I'm like, "No, experience, time, plus, as the old adage says, if it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, talks like a duck, it's a fucking duck, not a goddamn goose." So a unicorn is a person who it tends to be a bisexual or pansexual woman. It has been recently referred to being someone who is bisexual or pansexual. It doesn't matter the gender, but
It's a dragon.
correct.
Unicorns have vaginas, dragons have penises. It's not about gender, it's about
Correct, but a lot of people have been misusing the term to include all, but that's why I'm and so so what Babyface is eating, so and was also talking lower. Um Basically what Babyface said was that unicorns tend to be those that have vagina. Dragons tend to be those that have sticks. But again, a lot of people who don't know the difference between the terms, who don't interact with the community, just loop them together. And and quite literally it's annoying. I would reach out Terry, to your local um reach out to the Trevor Project. They may know some resources in your local area. Just FYI. And the thing is that when it comes to polyamory, this is the Raz Pink Lemonade Mentos. And it's delicious. That, as Jack can just pointed out, hotline is 988. And this one is Rocket Freeze by wrong one. The Lost Mary near a full view. Nice. The the that. And the thing is that quite literally a lot of people don't seem to understand that I would say easily 80% of those who are polyamorous are LGBTQ. And but only see the L or G part of it. They don't see the BTQIA plus part of it. And so there's a lot of bigotry when it comes to the hatred that polyamorous people get. And being as I grew up in the South, I grew up in the Bible Belt. One of my best friends growing up was gay. And he became polyamorous after graduating college while I was in the military. Um, yep, pretty much. But because of my friendship with him, I got to see firsthand the bigotry of the South. I got to see the racism firsthand because of my stepbrother and my little sister. And because my mother was married to an African American man, I got to see it and witness it firsthand. Now, has things changed over the years? Yes. It's one of the reasons why my full belief is that humanities march forward is their natural state. We continuously move forward. Yes, we will stumble. Yes, we will have trying times. But our constant progress is to move forward. Oh, absolutely. And the reason why is because hate is one hell of a dopamine hit. But the thing is that when it comes to hate, to get that same dopamine, escalation happens. And a lot of it is religious trauma. Other part of it is self-hatred. And yeah, having grown up in the South for a very long time, for a very long time, I thought uh, hate being a dopamine hit. I thought for a very long time that I was straight for a very long time. Um, but it wasn't until the military that started exploring my own identity and being myself. I'm equal opportunity employer.
Well, Dente, you're mostly straight.
No, no. People are pretty. All the phobias in one family member. Oof. Yeah, you see that a lot in Europe. When I visited Germany to visit my ball buddies, everything. Um, when in Germany, you know, because we were at Ramstein Air Force Base, it was fine. But when we went to France, we were told that, hey, you need to refer to yourself as German. And heathen, don't say a fucking word. It's like, wow. Why? Your accent's too thick. They will spot you a mile away. Wear your sunglasses and just stand there menacingly. So, yeah, yeah. So, Baby Faye laughs at me while I'm doing my Evening, Drago. While I'm doing my Duolingo and German and everything, because I've been doing Duolingo now for German for almost 2 years at this point. I still say it with a southern twang. Hell, I know bits and pieces of Korean still, and every time I say 안녕하세요, quite literally, one of my good friends who knows Korean laughs. They're like, "How do you say it with a southern accent?" Manchmal. Oh my god, the way that sounded. It's is yes also good. So I know enough to get me past like remedial Deutsch.
He can tell me he loves me too, but he still doesn't understand when I tell him that my head hurts.
Ich liebe dich. Matchball. Uh, Draken, yes. Cyberpunk?
You still can't have an eye.
Damn it. Cyberpunk?
You still can't have an eye.
Oh. Cyberpunk 2077 is so good.
I was sick of that game before that game released.
You were sick of that game because my complaints on they pushed it again.
Yes. But then I did give it a try. I did give it a fair shot.
3 hours.
That is more
That's more than some games that you've played.
High on Life did not get 3 hours.
It got
High on
30
Life
minutes.
got 32 minutes. You.
Yes, it is. I already own it. I've owned it for a year. I will kick your arse so hard you'll kiss the moon. Oh, Nikki. Oh, Nikki. Womp womp. Well, thank you, Vlad. Greatly appreciate it. We are awesome. We're unhinged. We're kind of chaotic. But we are definitely awesome.
I am more chaotic on days when I.
Not in, level 9 pain. No, there are times that we behave. We're always unhinged. To quote Boondock Saints, we're like 7-Eleven. We're not always doing business, but we're always open. Sleep, what's that? No, sleep till breakfast.
Take that, depression!
Two best lines of thank you for the hydrate, Drago. I greatly appreciate it.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a heartache.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a mistake.
Tell me why. He. Because usually I expect it from you. But notice what you have not had to use in a while? Posture check. Ain't nothing mistake. It was number 6. Yes, Drago. Oh, that was painful. Oh, that was painful. Oh.
I can smell the failure.
Is it you? No, it's because
I will send you to Jesus.
my shoulder pops. Send me a Jesus. I have some words for him. Hola, Dwayne. How you doing? Tell me.
Yay!
Yay! Great getting some Apex in. Nice. Nice. Oh, I had that. You heard the shoulder pop? Yeah. Oh, I hate that shoulder pop. Yeah. I heard it grind. Yeah, this shoulder, it's so you can like you can hear it pop. Oh yeah, I know. Like oh, trust me, I know. No, while I was in the military, um, I had a 300-pound guy literally land on my arm, nearly dislocating it. It became um, hyper extended because I wrestled in high school where I hyper extended it before, but nowhere near as bad as I did in the military. So now, like I can put my arm square between my shoulder blades, but only on the right side. Like I can literally put my thumb and my pinky on both shoulder blades. Oh, see, that's not even the impressive part. Pretty much. Yeah, every time I've shown gym trainers that and they look at me and go, "You're not supposed to be able to do that." I'm like, "You're right. I'm not."
Just like I'm not supposed to be able to do
The back
the creepy crawling back bend girl thing upstairs, and yet I belong in the ring.
See, that's not my favorite. That's not my favorite one from military that I learned. My favorite one from military I actually learned from a sergeant of mine. Sounds good, Drago. My favorite one I learned from my sergeant is when I get my hands on you, Stephen King couldn't write a scene graphic enough. I went, damn. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, my sergeant was a big Stephen King fan, and so like one day we were having a movie trivia where you basically whatever the name of the movie ended with had to be the letter the next movie started with. And so we were doing movie trivia, and he's standing to my right, and he can't think of a single um, movie that starts with the letter R. And I'm just sitting there, and I'm quiet. I am quiet. And he goes, damn it. And my platoon sergeant went, you're out. And he goes, Benj, like, what is yours? I'm like, looked at my sergeant and go, Sergeant, um, I'm sorry. Looked at my platoon sergeant and goes, Red Rose. And my sergeant immediately started cussing for a good solid 20 minutes. He was a Stephen King fan. I so so here, as y'all have probably guessed, one of the biggest problems with me is my mouth, and my sass gets me in trouble more times than I can count. brat tamer. But according to
Just a brat wearing big people pants.
according to Babyface, brat tamers are just brats that wear big people pants.
It takes a brat to tame a brat, or to recognize the brat can't actually be tamed.
Jan, she's right. So my first sergeant in my unit, before I went to the guy who would end up being my sergeant. This person was 5'3", had 50 pounds on me. All right. I was a buck 90 as a specialist. This is right. This is right before we deployed to Korea. And she looks at me. We're standing in formation. And she goes, Heathen, if you lose some weight, you'll be promoted. I bit my tongue for a grand total of 3 seconds. Jan, I think I just got in trouble with Drago for agreeing with Baby Faye.
That tracks.
No, quite. You were on profile basic to gain weight? Yeah, one of my friends was. Lily, I mean, Faye's 100% right. So I looked at my sergeant after biting my tongue. I go, Sergeant, with all due respect and in accordance to your rank, lead by example, Sergeant. The next words I heard was frontline rest position move. Did what I was told. Started doing push-ups. My platoon sergeant comes over as I'm being cussed out while I'm doing push-ups. And my platoon sergeant goes, what the fuck is going on? And sergeant tells my platoon sergeant. Platoon sergeant goes, Heathen, recover. He goes, what did you say? And I said exactly word for word. I said, Sergeant, what I told Sergeant so-and-so. After Sergeant so-and-so said, Benj, if you lose some weight, you'll be promoted. Being a specialist, I would have been promoted as sergeant. I said, Sergeant, with all due respect and in accordance to your rank, lead by example, Sergeant. That is why I said, Sergeant. He looked at me, looked at my sergeant, looked at me, and looked back to her and goes, I see nothing wrong with what he said, and walked off. I was immediately moved squads the next day. Yeah, my mouth has gotten me into more trouble than I can count. Locked, cocked, ready to rock. We're going to give Drago 5 minutes to get set up and be ready before heading over to him. Ams was the mouth in our unit from Jackson all the way to Drum. Yeah. Like quite literally, one of my favorite comebacks to because we were bored one day, and because that's how it always starts. Someone's bored, so we decided that we're going to have a comeback fight just between the junior enlisted. Then the NCO showed up, and they wanted to participate. So one of my sergeants is 6'4", built like a brick shit house from Lower Alabama. All right, and he decided to say something about me being from North Carolina, and so I was like, okay, noted. So the way the comeback war you would target someone, they had an opportunity to target back at you. Pretty self-explanatory. Vlad, the chances are at the moment probably not high because of the current administration. Would be my thought process. So I looked at my sergeant, and this is where I'll end the stream here in a second. Is I looked at my sergeant, I go, "Hey, sergeant, real quick, how was that vasectomy when your cousin got kicked in the mouth?" Everyone went, "Oh shit!" And I was like, "Yeah, mm-mm. we can play the Southern game, but yeah, don't don't insult my state and then come out think you're going to escape. Mm-mm. Nope, nope. Mm-mm. Not playing." Hi, Cosmic. It, it's a thing. It happens. These things happen. It's hilarious. I enjoy it. I think it's funny. But yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. We're about to move over to Drago's stream here in a second once he's set up everything, because it's almost 10 o'clock. I love Titan AE, but Treasure Planet is still my favorite between the two. Oh, I hope so. That would be nice. That would be nice to get actual sleep. I did last night. Yes. 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 If I could get a text to speech, let me hold on. I'm curious. Blurb. Log in. I'm curious because let's see, extension. Add voices. Nope. Sad. I was hoping that that the Treasure Planet captain
I will send you to Jesus.
was on the text to speech, but they are not. Who sent me to Jesus? Why do I keep getting sent to Jesus? He's just going to kick me back. All right. Let's see how. Raid.
I can smell the failure.
Womp womp. All right. All right, all right, all right, all right. Let's.
Yay!
Yeet. Hi, Hottie. All right. And a hydrate. Thank you, Vlad. All right. Let's play a game. All right. We are going to go ahead and raid Drago. In 3, 2, 1. As always, know that I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Y'all are amazing. And we are going to have some fun. Enjoy Drago's stream. He's playing Jedi Survivor. All right. Let's go. And as always, have a great night. Love y'all. Be safe. Get some water. Hydrate, whether that's coffee, tea, or water. Energy drinks don't count. Talking to you. You know who you are. But love y'all. Be safe. And I will talk to y'all later.